So today is actually Dharmapala Day. Dharmapala is the Dharma protector. So I figured we would start with a little more protection energy
Yeah.
since we were already on that vibe, and because today's their day.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so that and tomorrow is considered Losar or the Lunar New Year in the Buddhist calendar. So
Oh.
yeah, so energies are shifting and changing, and we're also close to the equinox time. So even in like Western astrology, the Western wheel of the year, there's that shifting of energy. And in Ayurveda, we also consider that it's around this time that we start to shift out of the cold, right? Like the cold that is here and is predominant. I feel like we can already start to notice that and feel that here. Like I I still have a few nights now where I still need like a blanket, but there's other nights where I'm like, screw this blanket, like get this off of me. Like, I'm already hotter. So it's that heat is coming back.
Yeah.
Um, and that heat represents life. Our blood is warm, our blood is hot. And
Mhm.
so it brings a different aspect to our life and to our energy. It gets things moving again. And as it gets things moving again, it actually it starts to metabolize anything that has been stuck or stagnant inside of us, right?
Mhm.
It's actually
Mhm.
very natural that a lot of people gain a little bit of weight in the wintertime. It's just
Mhm.
evolutionary.
Mhm.
And a lot of people, so I think it's actually very curious that around New Year's time, a lot of people like think they need to get back to the gym and start losing weight and that whole thing because they feel overweight. But actually, like from fall time onwards, there's forces, biological forces in our body that naturally start to store more weight as if we had to hibernate or as if we had to survive a winter because 3 generations back, you know, till
We need it.
perpetuity, basically we had to.
Mhm.
So it's actually quite normal. And it's really around this time that that energy starts to shift, that things become less dense, less heavy. Things start to get moving, but if there is heaviness in the body, it can create some issues. So it's also close to the time for cleansing. I'm actually hosting a cleanse this spring. I was working on the landing page for that yesterday. It looks so professional. I'm so proud of myself. I showed it to Heather. Um, so yeah, so we'll be doing a guided cleanse if you're interested in joining us for that.
Is that a is that a well, I can you send me the thing and I
Yeah,
can
it
look
will.
at it? Okay.
It's like in an online course format, similar to Help Mastery, but this is really just about how to do a cleanse. And then
Okay.
we walk through it together basically.
Oh,
Um,
super. Okay.
so yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be once I finish that landing page, I'll be starting to promote it, send it out, and share it.
Okay.
Hello, Heather. I'm glad you're here.
Good morning. She
So yeah,
looks
all that's to
well.
say, we'll start with some energy shifting, a little energy shifting meditation because the energy is shifting broader than us. And so actually like the more we can align with what's going on outside of us, um, the easier it is internally as an experience. So basically by that I mean you had mentioned Fred, like things kind of feeling like kind of dark or heavy recently. Well, it's like energetically, literally, it's that time of year. And there's other things just astrologically that have been kind of heavy and hard to shift. Like Mars has been in retrograde. Mars is like the planet of energy and action. It's literally been going backwards. So it hasn't been that advancing energy hasn't been working in our favor. Whereas now that's starting to shift, for example. So we'll, yeah, start with a little meditation to bring us into a bit of energetic shift. If you have mala beads or you want to use mala beads, we'll do at least one round of a mantra. So yeah, there's that. So hi, Heather, how are you doing?
All right.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'll probably mute myself if I
Okay,
don't
okay.
in the middle of your
And-
session.
yes, and also I will say if you do feel even too tired or you're not feeling into like doing the chant that we're working with is actually for an energy that is a healer. A healer and a protector. So you can also just receive that. I will be blasting it your way.
Say,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
I'm
because a
gonna
lot of
mute
people,
myself though.
yeah. Okay. So go ahead and sit up or lay down, frankly, if that feels better for meditation. Take this first minute before we really dive into the meditation to get settled, to get steady. That means, what can you do in order to become more still? So like for me, I'm always like, how do I sit on my ass that feels stable? I'm always trying to figure it out. Where do my knees need to be today? You know, what about my feet? What's going on there? Like I'm always kind of in this like little jittery thing in the beginning for no real good reason. And then when you feel like you
Yeah.
can still your body too. As our grounding today, we'll start with a pranayama sequence that is actually designed to help us move through transitions. And it does that because it works with the three doshas. So the three energies of our body, the energy of vata, which is communication, which is movement, nervous system, anything degenerative, wind energy, anxiety, ungroundedness, irregularity in our sleep, our thoughts, our digestion, pain. Also works with pitta, which is fire energy, the fiery dosha, responsible for transformation, metabolism, digesting, transforming circumstances in our life, discerning what is right for us and what is not needed, and removing of that which is toxic, pacifying that which is toxic. And also kapha dosha, which is earth and water energy, energy of structure, stability, lubrication, permeability, but also solidity. So that which allows your very body to have a structure in the first place, but also that same watery permeability that allows your lungs to absorb fresh air. So in order to balance these three doshas, which are the root of disease, we work with this pranayama, starting with balancing kapha dosha. In order to balance this, bring your hands into prana mudra. So thumb meets pinky and ring finger, pointer and index finger are straight. So kapha dosha is also associated with phlegm. So this might be good for you as well. Once you have prana mudra, you can rest your hands down. And the pranayama is to inhale for twice as long as your exhale. So say you inhale for 4 seconds, you exhale for 2. If you're inhaling for 6 seconds, you exhale for 3. So whatever your own breath count is like, practice inhaling for twice as long as your exhale. Practice this with the intent of opening up new space in your lungs and helping flush out old stuck energies. Shifting now to balancing Pitta dosha. Bring your hands now into Apana Mudra by thumb meeting index and, no, sorry, middle and ring finger. Index finger and pinky finger are spread. Relax your hands down. Now you reverse the breath pattern. Your inhale is half as long as the exhale. So your exhale, you lengthen it out twice as long as your inhale. Continue to practice exhaling twice as long as your inhale with the intent of allowing your body to smooth out any excess reactivity. Say to a microbe, to old patterns, to what feels like intrusive thoughts. Notice if something's already energetically shifted in your body. Now to balance Vata dosha Samana Mudra, bring all your fingertips to me. And then rest the palms. Now equal part inhale and exhale at whatever ratio, whatever seconds count works for you. No holding of the breath between inhale and exhale. No pause. Practice making your breath as smooth, quiet, even, and equal as you can. Notice if you can practice this while straining less around your nasal passages. If you can soften your jaw. If you can soften the inner creases of your eyelids. I call in the powers of all of our protectors in all of their shapes, their sizes, their forms. You who know what makes us tick, and you who understand how we sabotage ourselves. I call you in close to each one of us here. Wrap us in your arms of compassion and spread your wings of powerful flight. So we too may spread our wings as we become more dedicated to our own life's path. May nothing hold us back. May any unnecessary cords be cut. May any weight or baggage that is holding us down, holding us back, be disintegrated, be made into an offering for the earth itself. And I call upon the energy of Vajrasattva, the Lord of purification. White skin, 3 eyes, covered in jewels, seated peacefully, knowing your job is only to wait and to watch. As things unfold perfectly, the more that we are able to release that which does not help us stay in alignment with our soul's purpose and our soul's song. If you'd like to join in the mantra of Vajrasattva, it's Om Vajrasattva Om. Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajrasattva Om Om Vajasattva Hum. Om Vajasattva Hum. Vajasattva Hum. Om Vajasattva Hum. Om Vajasattva Hum. Om Vajasattva Hum. Vajasattva Hum. Om Vajasattva Hum. Om Vajasattva Hum. Om Vajasattva Hum. Vajasattva Hum. Om Vajasattva Hum. Om Vajasattva Hum. Om Vajasattva 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 Om Vajasattva. If you have your mala, bring it to your hands and blow into it. Imagine each of the beads turning into crystalline white energy. And at their center, the center of each bead, a transparent crystal energy that shines outwards, pure. Place your mala around your neck if you have it. And imagine from the top of your head down to the base of your body, slowly, black liquid oozing outwards. Almost like sweat dripping from your forehead, dripping out of your neck, your shoulders, dripping down your arms, down your chest and your back, down your abdomen, your back, your hips, your legs, downwards and into the earth, down so that it can be food for the beings that are still hungry, that are still searching. Because you who are here cultivating your essence, cultivating your being, even that which you let go of becomes a blessing for someone else. Black Manjushri, we call you in close and we honor you. We honor your fierce truth, speaking, your fierce honesty, that we may apply that first and foremost with ourselves, as if looking into a blue mirror. On this Dharmapala day, we ask that you help us surround ourselves with flames of compassion and discernment, so that what does not serve us does not need to come with us. And in fact, that we may travel lighter and tread lighter on this planet and within our communities. Slowly open up eyes. Come on to your mat. If you have your mala, place it somewhere that it's preferably not just on the floor. Come into a seated position. Kapalbhati in Baddha Konasana with chest opener. Sit with your soles of your feet together, hands behind you on the floor. Roll your shoulders back, squeeze shoulder blades together. Open the front of your chest. Inhale, expand the front of your chest, and let's go for 60 pumps of Kapalbhati. After 60 rounds, walk your hands forward. Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale, expand your ribs. Exhale, whoosh the air out of your mouth. Empty your lungs. Hold your breath out. Suction your belly button in and up towards your rib cage. Neck stays long. Relax belly, big inhale into abdomen and then front of chest. Exhale, blow the air out through your lips. Empty your lungs. Uddiyana, suction your belly in and up as if you're reaching your belly button towards the center of your throat. Relax your belly. Inhale. Bring your chest down. Bring your hands back behind you for another round. But this round, take a quick scan of your central channel from your belly button up towards your nostrils. Notice if there's anywhere along this midline that feels a little more stuck or stagnant. For example, I have like a little something, it's not quite in my throat, feels a little more deeper in my chest, but it's not too phlegmy or anything, but it does feel like a little blockage, like a little something. Yours might be further down in your stomach, I don't know. Maybe it's in your throat. Wherever you feel one blockage, just focus on one area. Imagine with each Kapalbhati that you are actually flushing this area out through your nose. So inhale, expand your lungs, hug your shoulder blades together. Begin to exhale through your nose. Go for 60 pumps of Kapalbhati, focusing on this area.
I'm so sorry. My gas guy is here.
Okay, go for it.
I'm sorry.
After 60 rounds, walk your hands over the right knee. Left hand in front of the shin, right hand off to the right. Uddiyana, inhale, expand your lungs as much as you can in this pose. Exhale, blow air out of your lungs. Press them a little more into the right hand. Suction belly muscles away from the right thigh. Relax the belly. Inhale, expand the ribs. Walk hands over the left knee. Inhale again and expand your breath through your core. Exhale from the place that you are clearing out in Kapalbhati. Pull belly muscles in and out. Relax the belly. Inhale, bring torso up. Go ahead and lay on your back for TBA activation. Laying on the back, knees above hips, arms reach straight up. Palms facing one another. Inhale, expand your ribs. Hold your breath, curl tailbone up, press low back into the floor. Exhale, keep left knee bent, lower the left heel forwards and then down to the floor. Press the back of your neck into the floor as you do this. Inhale, pick up left knee, come back to start position. Hold your breath, curl tailbone up, press low back down, press the back of the neck down. Exhale, keep the spine pressing down, lower the right heel forwards and down. Inhale, pick up the right foot, come back to start position. Hold your breath, press low back down, curl tailbone, press the neck down. Exhale, lower left heel forwards and down while hugging your belly muscles down. Inhale, come back to start position. Hold your breath, curl tailbone up, press the neck down. Exhale, keep pressing the spine down, lower right heel forwards and down. Inhale, come back to start position, reach your fingertips up. Hold your breath, press neck down, curl tailbone. Exhale, lower left heel down to the floor. Flex toes back towards the shin. Inhale, pick up the left foot, come back to start. Hold your breath, press the low back down, curl tailbone, press the neck down. Exhale, lower the right heel forwards and down. Hug your front ribs in. Inhale, pick up the right foot, come back to the start position. Hold your breath, reach fingertips up, press the neck down, curl tailbone. Exhale, lower left heel down to the floor. Inhale, pick up the left foot. Hold your breath, press the neck down, reach fingertips up, curl tailbone down, press mid back down. Exhale, lower the right heel forwards and down, hugging front ribs into the midline. Inhale, pick up the right foot, changing gears, internal oblique activation. Bring right hand onto left thigh. Inhale, reach up with left fingertips. Press the back of the neck into the floor, curl tailbone, and then press the right hand into left thigh. Exhale, lower the right heel forwards and down while you continue to press right hand into left thigh. Gentle press. Inhale, continue the press of hand to thigh, pick up the right foot. Hold your breath, reach up with left hand. Press right hand into the thigh, curl tailbone up. Exhale, continue to press hand into thigh, reach the right foot forwards and down. Hug your ribs in. Inhale, pick up the right foot, come back to start position. Hold your breath. Curl tailbone up. Press the back of the neck down. Reach left hand up. Press right hand into left thigh. Exhale, lower right foot down. Slow and control. Inhale, slowly pick up the right foot. Hold your breath. Curl tailbone up. Reach up with left hand. Press right hand into left thigh. Exhale, slowly lower the right heel forwards and down. Spread your toes. Relax your jaw. Inhale, pick up the right foot. Reach the right hand up, change sides. Left hand now comes onto right thigh. Inhale, expand your ribs towards the floor. Hold your breath, curl the tailbone up, gently press left hand towards the right thigh, reach up with right fingertips, press the back of the neck down. Exhale, slowly lower left heel forwards and down in a controlled manner. Pull your belly muscles down. Inhale, pick up the left foot, come back to start position. Hold your breath, curl tailbone up, press hand into thigh, reach up with right hand, press the back of the neck down. Exhale, continue to press hand towards thigh, lower left heel towards the floor. Pull your ribs towards your center. Inhale, pick up the left foot, come back to start position. Hold your breath, press the back of the neck down, reach up with right hand, left hand presses into thigh, curl tailbone. Exhale, lower the left heel forwards and down. Inhale, pick up the left heel. Hold your breath, curl tailbone up, press hand to thigh, reach up with right hand, press the back of the neck down. Exhale, lower left heel towards the floor. Good. Inhale, come back to start position, reach hands up. Slowly lower feet down. Lower hands down. Bridge. Press feet into the floor, lift hips up, curl tailbone up towards ceiling. Press the back of the neck down and move the chin towards the center of the chest. Focus again on the area you were clearing out in Kapalbhati. Practice breathing into this spot in a way that helps clear it out by inhaling for twice as long as your exhale. Or in other words, exhaling for half as long as your inhale. Slowly lower hips down. Roll onto one side for serratus release. You have a block, you can place the block underneath your head. For serratus release, the bottom hand comes here to where the serratus anterior is, which is around from the mid side of ribs up into armpit. So all of this area, start to massage around it. Notice if there are areas that feel stuck or tight. And when you find an area that feels stuck or tight, pin it down with your bottom hand. So like press it towards your bones. And then with top hand, start to move the arm around. Do this in a way that feels like as you move the top arm around, it helps loosen up this area that you're pressing towards bone. Go ahead and finish up on this side. We'll come to the other side now. So once again, if you have a block, you can use it as a pillow for your head. Take this first few moments to massage mid ribs on the side of the ribs and even here into the front a bit. So we're doing serratus release, Fred. Okay, so lay on one side. If you have a block, you use it as a pillow. And then your bottom arm comes to the space between mid ribs and up into the armpit, and even here a bit of the front of the chest. So all of this triangle, sort of like from armpit to center of the xiphoid process, so where your rib cage ends, and then here to, if you imagine the bottom base of the ribs, all of this area, start to massage around, noticing if there's any areas that feel tight, tender, painful, sticky, stuck. And then if you find an area that feels like somewhere you want to focus a little more on, start to press it towards the nearby bones. So press into it, pin it down. From there, start to move the top arm in ways that help liberate this tissue. Meanwhile, the hand that's pressing into the bones or into the ribs can either do gentle circles or it can just press. It can just hold while your arm, the top arm, stretches out the tissue. Feel for how you can move your shoulder blade, and even your whole arm in and out of the shoulder socket to help loosen up this spot. Good. Go ahead and finish on up. Whichever side felt tighter, or if you only got to one side, roll to the other side, okay? Whichever side felt tighter, we'll give it one more round. So for me, for example, whichever side feels tighter, or I would say whichever side you know has like more shoulder pain or issues, like roll to that side. So that side's on top. So for me, my left shoulder tends to have more issues, more pain, and more adhesions. So that side will roll onto top for me. Okay, so another round, just massaging into this area, loosening it up. And then when you feel ready, you can start to move the top arm around, helping loosen this up further. Mhm. Um,
Yeah, but I mean, did I hear you say a Vegas something earlier? Just when I came back.
serratus,
Oh, serratus.
yes, serratus anterior
All right.
is a group of muscles here underneath the armpit that
Yeah.
basically attach to the external obliques. They feather in around this territory, around mid ribs, starts to like have like little like steps or feathers, and then it goes to into the armpit and then grabs onto the bottom of the shoulder blade, basically. So anything shoulder related is likely going to have something to do with serratus anterior because it's one of the core stabilizers for shoulder. Oh.
Are you get a little popping there?
Yeah. Yeah, popping is good. Okay, start to finish up on this. Come to hands and knees for dolphin prelude. For dolphin prelude, walk your knees back further than underneath hips, and then elbows out in front of you. Clasp your hands or have hands in prayer position. Start to reach your hips back. If your chest or your abdomen touches your thighs, your knees are not far enough back. You can either have your forehead floating or resting on the floor. Rinse deep breaths towards your armpits. When you exhale, feel for softening around your mid back, like you're loosening it up to lower towards the floor. Slowly come out of the pose. Come onto hands and knees for cat-cow, articulating different areas of the spine. So start with regular cat-cow, where you involve the whole spine in the movement. Notice if there's any areas along your spine and along your midline that have a little extra clunkiness. From there, bring your spine neutral. First, focus on just cat-cow in the low back. So it's to say like your sacrum and your low back move, but your chest, your thoracic cavity, thoracic spine, and neck stay totally neutral. Only the low back arches and rounds. As you do this, make sure you're still pressing your hands towards the floor, not sinking into your wrists. From there, stabilize your low back and mid back. Only move the neck. So now only cervical spine moves. Feel free if you want. You can also explore moving it side to side or circular motions, diagonal motions, figure eight motions. Feel for disarming your neck.
Ooh, feels like gravel.
Mhm. From there, bring cervical spine back to neutral. Focus on only moving thoracics. So this part is kind of the hardest. So without moving the low back, without moving the neck, focus on just rounding, arching around the ribs. Now that you've practiced articulating these three different areas of the spine, bring a newfound sense of mobility and freedom into how you approach cat-cow. Move the whole spine, but move the whole spine in ways that each area of the spine gets a little bit more of what it needs. Which might not be a perfect up and down or a perfect circular motion. Maybe different areas of your spine can articulate differently. In order to finish up, sit either on your heels or on a block, or take some other comfortable seated position for a few moments. Allow all this energy you've moved through your spine and your midline to now reconfigure a sense of openness from your hips all the way up to shoulders. From shoulders up your neck and into the whole tissue of your brain. Notice if your spine can come into greater alignment and what little tweaks you need to make in order to do that. You can bring your hands together in prayer position. Thank you for bringing your full self to this practice. And may our practice continue to shower merits beyond us into our communities and into the world.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias
Sorry.
a ti, amigo.
About the little interruption, but
No worries.
I'm all gassed up for the year.
It's good to be gassy sometimes.
Yeah. Hot shower.
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
Okay, hasta pronto. Buen
Okay, hasta
día.
pronto. Bye.
Besos y abrazos.